video. Where have we been? It's been a bit crazy, the end of harvest, I'm afraid. I haven't been able to do any editing at all, and in the end I just had to give up with the filming as well. It was just everything was too much. But we are back, we're still here, but there just hasn't been any time at the end of this year to get anything done. So unfortunately I don't have much in the way of harvest videos for you. I still have some haymaking videos I'd like to show you, so I'll probably edit those next, finish editing those next, and then come back with another update after that. Everything's come in the last 6 weeks and we've had a heck of a lot to get through. So what have we been doing? Everything has been harvested, combined, the straw's been picked up, and we've actually been out and muck spread as well. We've done all of that, just long days, no time for editing at all, and that's just the way it is. What you got to remember is, you got to remember farming is my job, and filming for YouTube is just, it's a hobby really. It doesn't pay my bills, it doesn't pay anything else, and the farming's got to come first. So we're going to try and give you an update on what's gone on in the last 6 weeks, and because as farming goes, there's ups and there's downs, there's goods and there's bads, things are broken, so we'll try and get you an update today. But today we're in the middle of cultivations. Me and Charlie are running the mole plows. You've seen the mole plows before. What we're doing is joining up the drains by digging a big hole underneath, and what we're hoping for is that the holes stay there, and if it comes wet in the winter, all the water can find the way into the drains. And it's about getting rid of water because we're heavy clay soils. For us, the main thing is about getting rid of the water. So that's what we're doing. We've been busy mole ploughing a lot. We're at Alice's this time. Young Hamish has done most of the work, most of the mole ploughing work up here. He's actually done a really good job actually. But there's just a few fields left to do, so we're finishing those off today. Keithy is out discorating. He's broken his tractor, so we'll have a look at that later on as well. The four-wheel drive system failed on there, so that's quite interesting. We'll have a little look at that. Peter is out ploughing, so we'll go and have a look at the ploughing as well. And a lot of the work is moving straw around, haulage, getting everything to where we want it to be. So we've made a load of straw ricks. We've got straw ricks dotted around everywhere for the cattle. The cattle are still out, they're still doing well. They're doing they're loving life. They want to be outside, so the longer we can keep them out, the better. We only really want to bring them in for calving and if the fields get too wet. So you don't want them churning up the fields, and if there's no grass as well, that's when you'd want to bring them in. So they're quite happy being outside. Me and Charlie both destroyed a mole each. We were in a field and we found an old ancient water pipe. So yes, we have had to repair 2 mole ploughs, but they're both going again now. Peter's repaired them. We had to have 2 boards in them, and Charlie lost a mole. She lost one of the moles in another field as well. So the moles have had a bit of a revamp this year. Hey, we've got a new tractor coming. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You're going to have to guess. Write in the comments, what tractor do you think we're going to get? The farmer is trading in the 7720. So what tractor do you want to see? What tractor do you think we should get? We've got a couple of new bits of machinery coming. I'm not going to tell you what they are. We've got a new flail mower that's here. That's going to help us out with the hedge cutting over winter. Going to get us down the banks, and in the summertime when the banks all start growing up, that's going to allow us to just chop them down nice and easy instead of putting the hedge trimmers on every time. The combine worked really well, apart from we did have a belt go on the auger. I think Peter's still got to wash it off and bring it back and clean her off, and I hope to have a word with Peter and we'll do a combine video and we'll show you all the ins and outs of it, because it is a new combine. We'll see what Peter thinks of it. He's had a season on it now. We'll see what he thinks of it. But I never did manage to get any drone work of that, I'm afraid. Sorry about that. I know everybody likes those bits, but it just never happened, never planned out this year that way. Yeah, we got all the muck spreading done last week, so that is all done. No footage of that either, I'm afraid. It was, you know, we were just in and on it. There was just no time. But we got that done, that's sorted. 2 years worth of muck spread in about 8 days, I think it was in the end it took us. So that was really good. We were really happy to get that out and cleared off. Keithy broke his arm on his tractor as well. We've never seen that before. I'll show you a picture of that. The hook end actually almost broke off. So yeah, that's something new. I don't think they've ever seen that before. So we had to get a new arm for Keithy's tractor. He had to borrow mine off Rescue One, obviously, because mine are stronger. Linda's been flat out hay delivering. We had no sunshine. It was a weird time for harvest. It was getting late, it was getting later and later, and some people I know have only literally just finished a couple of days ago, and today it is September the 22nd. Basically we had no sunshine in August. It was dull days. It wasn't horrendously wet, it just was dull, miserly, and the fields never dried and they never ripened. It was ever so strange. And in the end we had to, the farmer had to spray a few of the fields off just to try and bring them forwards a little bit, and in the end we had to just cut it at 16%, and we've still got some drying to do. Although it'll store in our sheds at 16%, we're not worried about that, but if you want to sell it, they'll dock you money if it's not sitting at the right moisture. So you want to get it down to below 15 if you can. So the farmer's got to go up to Peter's farm and dry some barley up there. Things that have stood out this year, the old man, oh my god, what a legend he's been this year. He has put in the hours this year. 82 years old and unbelievable. That man is something I dream to be like. He is something else. Great effort from him this year. He's been on fire. We've had to set the dryer up over at Peter's farm again. It was a few weeks ago but when we brought the barley in. Brought it in, it wasn't getting any drier. We've got the dry here, so what we thought to ourselves was, instead of waiting for the sun to come out, which it never did really, we thought we'd just cut it at 17%. The farmer knows it stores at that.
If you set the dryer on 41, you're never going to be a million miles away as a base point. Yeah. So if you set that grain temperature at 41, yeah, you're 99 times out of 100, that will take wheat and barley down to around about 14. Yeah. And I'm not saying if it's stupidly wet, no. Anything that's sort of 17 and a half, anywhere from 18 down to whatever that. Yeah. And if it gets it warm quicker, if it's only 16 and a half, it will just get it warm quicker, Matt. You still won't over dry it.
Right, okay. Everything in that side is drying up, is it?
Right. It's in there at 16.
Ah, right.
But, because we were all flat out at the time, yeah, we were going to overfill it. Yeah. We were going to have too much in the lean-to, which meant I've got to be here with the dryer on the day. Yeah. And because we were a little bit stretched, is an understatement. So what we did, we tipped it at 16 because it will store perfect at 16. That barley at 16, you will never have an issue with it. No. The real worst comes to the worst, we can sell it at that and take a claim on it. Yeah. Or we can dry it. Yeah. And Rob's got a home for it at 16. Yeah. So we won't touch that. We want 100 tonnes dry because we got that on a contract. Yeah. So we dried I'll probably drive it more, I'll probably drive 140, 150, something like that. Yeah. And we'll go from there. Yeah, just what they said, look. They said 17, 16, 9.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Yeah. That won't take long to dry that. The barley will score 17, Matty. Yeah. You won't have an issue storing it at 17.
No.
But nobody wants it at 17.
No.
Actually, mill's better at 17. If you were rolling barley, yeah, it would roll better at 17. Yeah. If we were using that salt, yeah, it rolls beautiful.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But if you get too dry, it shatters.
Yeah, yeah.
But at 17 it would roll and it would perfect.
Yeah. And there's nothing else to dry after this. This will go away after this, will it?
Yeah, that's it. That's the last load. Yeah. You can store at 17, mate. You probably couldn't store right through to April, May.
You store for a few months.
I could store that up to Christmas. That's why I've not been no rush for the dry, mate.
Yeah.
We keep our eye on it.
Yeah.
Just slip the spear in it, make sure it's not going the wrong way.
Yeah.
But it's fine.
Wanted to show you this while I got the chance, because my luck, it's going to be put back together and we won't get to see it again. But yeah, so Keithy came back and said that his four-wheel drive system was slipping or wasn't working correct. This is the, I think they call it a half shaft, but if you look closely, it's all worn away. It's all worn away from there, and then you've got the hub here, which has the planetary gears in there as well. Everything's worn on there, and yeah, it's not good. The farmer did tell me he's got a whole new hub coming, because apparently that's cheaper than buying separate parts. So yeah, that was pretty interesting, and it's a shame because this one has been traded in for a new tractor. Everything will be back right the way it should be, all Massey parts, we don't use anything but, and yeah, and it'll all be back on there properly as it should be. But a bit of a shame, because this tractor has been ever so reliable. I think Keithy's done 6,000 or 7,000 hours on it. I can't remember which without looking. In all that time, it's been one of the most reliable ones that we've had. I think it had a water pump this year as well, so it's going to be going away in good order. So and the new one coming, not going to tell you what it is, but you have to wait and see for that one. Right, so we're over at Jim's farm, and hang on, let me get you sorted. Right, Linda came over last night to check the corn and make sure it wasn't heating up, and she was a little bit concerned with how the beans were heating up. These are the beans. They're quite strange looking. We never got to film them. We never got to film the combine in them. But these are the beans. They're really hard, rock hard, like little stones. But let's go up. Oh, that is warm in there. And what we suspect has happened, a few of the fields were had a little bit more black grass in them than we would like, and we suspect that the seeds from the black grass, okay, yeah, that's heating up quite considerably. What we needed to have done, and we didn't, because the spears are being used next door in the barley, should have got the spears in here straight away. That's a little bit warmer than we'd like to see. The spears won't fix that, so we need to, Keithy is going to shovel out. We're going to go and get another trailer, but if we don't fix it now, then it will all go mouldy and rubbish, and that's not what we want. Keithy's going to, what we're going to do is take a big chunk of that out, fill up the trailers. Me and Charlie are going to get the spears out. Basically, we're just going to let the heat out by taking some of it away. Then Keithy, once Keithy's got a small amount in there, he can scoop it up, move it to one side, then move it back. Just let the heat out. We might have to go and borrow another trailer, because we've only got 2 trailers here, so we might have to go and borrow it. That's quite a big heap. So we got to get the spears out as well, and we will talk about this one. Look at that. That was done during harvest. The door opens the wrong way, and poor Uncle Franklin had the sun in his eyes and didn't see that it was open. One of those things. Got a new door coming. Wait, don't cheat. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh shit. Oh, she's on the floor. Does the man help the girl? No, he does not. He takes victory for himself. Ah. Okay. Who's there? Okay, so let's put the light on, because we can't see very much. I'll do 1 and you do 3, okay? Right. Wait. Here's the spears. This is the motor on top. Basically at the bottom there, it's got little holes in the tube. Sucks all the warm air and shoves it out the top. But they've been in here plenty long enough now. This heap is actually cool enough to not need these. So we're going to move them next door into the beans where they're warming up, and that will keep them good. Oh, I'm dying.
What do you want to do, pull or decompression?
I'm the puller, you know this.
Right.
The man with the power does the pulling.
We'll see. Don't jam out this time.
Is it on?
Yeah.
I spilled something.
I can see. And smell.
Ready? Come on. It's you.
It's run out of diesel, so it's going to take some starting.
Oh. That why does it do that when it's been sat?
Kicks back. Try it again.
Oh,
Give it a good pull.
that is a... No more pulling than that. This is on run. You've turned it off, haven't you? Right. We've run out of fuel and we've got to make Come on, you... Yeah. Come on. Right, there we go. Charlie's just tipped the load back in. It's not as warm as it was, so just by moving it, just lets the heat out. What we'll do now, every day we'll have to just come in here, keep moving these, and worst comes to worst, we'll bring the dryer back, we'll run it through the dryer, and that way we sieve out any unwanted bits and pieces. It cleans the grain and dries it, and gets rid of the heat as well. There we go. Good job Linda came over to check, eh?